Welcome to Rewind the Podcast.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rewind the Podcast.
Welcome back to Rewind. I'm Blake. That's Raven. I'm gay. No. We got a comment that said we are being reductive. Reductive. Not productive.
No,
reductive.
because you are so much more than a gay man.
Yes.
Although you're proud to be.
I also have a nice apartment.
And I am more than a black woman, which I am also proud to be, but we're also hardworking and some of us are funnier than others. And we are awesome.
Yeah.
Creative. Talented.
So instead of, I'm gay, she's black, because that's too reductive, we should be something about us. You know? I like to travel. You like bubble baths.
I don't like bubble baths.
You don't like bubble baths?
Nope.
What do you like? Okay. I like Chinese. She likes Mexican food.
That's true.
That's the tea. Okay. I'm on Ozempic. She's on Xanax. And Gabe's on Prep. Say hi to producer Gabe.
Hello.
I'm not on Xanax, but
She's also on Prep.
I do love a beta blocker. Thank you.
Oh, come on, beta blocker.
Yes.
I love that. Yes, because you're an alpha. I'm just kidding. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
let's move on. We're gonna talk about this later. That's why I was pointing to my titties,
yes,
but
I'm excited.
Okay.
We're gonna start logo high.
We are like a mountain.
So, Charlie Kirk, as you probably have all heard, was killed when making a public appearance doing his speaking engagement. It has really divided the country. It's turned into this very polarizing situation. If you don't know, Charlie Kirk was a podcaster, activist, public speaker.
I guess more right-wing.
Right-wing,
Yeah.
all those things.
No, not more. He was very right-wing.
Yeah, for sure. So what were your initial thoughts? Like, where are you at? It's been tough for a lot of people, so.
I'm going to be real. I woke up to the news. I was up all night, I think, editing something or whatever, because we had the podcast come out that day. I woke up to the news. I checked my phone, and it was my family text was going off. Our group friend text was going off. I had people and others, and it was just the same thing over and over again. And you're right, very divided, but I want to go back to that.
And I also feel like you have a unique experience in that I think you have two sides of I feel like you were getting it from both ends.
Yeah, I guess we should start with that. If you've never seen this before, hello, truly, I'm Blake, that's Raven, that's Gabe, or whatever. But grew up, all of us pretty much in the church. Gabe is more on a spiritual journey now. Raven and I would say we've deconstructed our own beliefs and have built back up. Raven used to be a Mormon, all these things. So we're coming from some experience here.
Right.
With, I believe, what we're going to talk about. But the first thing I want to talk about is nobody was born to see that video.
Yeah.
And I had to see that video. And from the hour that it happened, the internet has been divided, and now it feels like the country is divided. What are your thoughts?
Agreed on all the things you said. I want to be very clear with this conversation that, I feel for his family. For his children mostly, that they have to grow up in a world where that video is even out there. That is really, really sad. From my perspective, the part that's been the hardest for me is the behavior of self-proclaimed Christians. Now, I'm just going to speak the facts of what it is.
Okay.
Charlie Kirk was a community college dropout with no type of formal education when it comes to politics, social sciences, history, or anything like that. He made his living by being a mouthpiece for the Republican Party and going to college campuses and debating college kids. A lot of what he said was rooted in white supremacy, racism, homophobia, transphobia. He also said a lot of things that I agreed with as far as his faith was concerned. He was very open about being a believer in Christ. He was very open about what his life, what he wanted his legacy to be as a follower in Christ. The hardest part for me, and that I am reconciling, is how can both of those things be true?
Okay.
As a black woman, as a Christian, I choose to live my life differently. I choose to live my life in a way that's accepting and loving. I try to present myself in a way that is a representation of Christ to try to be more like Christ. And if you know anything about Jesus Christ, he was the one who would heal anyone, share a meal with anyone, give literally the clothes off his back, feed people who didn't deserve it. That was who Christ was. And it was difficult. It's still difficult for me watching other Christians praise and uplift and almost like in a saint kind of way this person who spoke so negatively and was so hurtful about my community, about the community of people that I love. And it is really difficult for me right now to reconcile going to church with those people, sharing a faith with those people, feeling like I don't understand how the God that I serve is also the God that they serve. It has really thrown me into this like faith crisis because, and I don't even feel the need to say this, but I'm just gonna say it because people be tripping online. Nobody deserves to get shot like a dog in the street on any day of the week for whatever. That just shouldn't be a thing. And I think most people would agree with that. But for me, it's been more difficult to reconcile how a person who could say such nasty, hurtful, and I'm gonna say the word evil things about God's other children, how we could make him this martyr.
Yeah. Why?
Because I feel like the God that I know and the way that like my faith has changed me, I don't see how you could sit in a church pew every Sunday and then put on a pedestal someone who says that if their pilot was Black, they would be afraid. Or that Black women don't have the mental capacity to be in positions of leadership, or to call people racial slurs on a stage in front of God and everybody else. Two things can be true. You can be a Christian and say hurtful, nasty, horrible, ugly things, but I think as like a body of Christ, we have to be more careful on who we make an example for other people. Because not being racist, not being a bigot, not being homophobic is not hard. We all do it every day, and a lot of you do too. So I don't understand why the bar is so low.
For sainthood?
For sainthood.
I'm going to be honest, like, we've talked about on this podcast, we are both Christians, but we've grown up, even the way we were raised before we maybe even struggled with our faith, two different ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the way you were learned to view God and believe God. I grew up in, for lack of a better term, that evangelical bubble that I feel like a lot of those people who are like deeply mourning or are enraged or mad or blaming the left, and I want to get to the politics part in a minute. I don't want to say I see it from their side, but I understand all the logic that's happening right now. I feel like that's the best way to say that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because...
And can I clarify one thing?
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. It is okay to be sad.
Yeah.
What happened was really sad. The fact that it happened is sad. The fact that we all had to see it is sad. The fact that it's a part of our reality is sad. That is not the part that I'm debating.
And I'm gonna just stand on that and say that too. As soon as I saw that video, I said that shouldn't have had to happen to him. And then you get people online who are like, well, it happened to George Floyd. It shouldn't have happened to him.
Him either.
And then for their life to suddenly become, let's talk about this. Let's see it from all angles when that's just a life that ended. Different lives, different living. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about the evangelical bubble. Growing up, you said, he was transphobic, he was homophobic, he made these comments. And in their eyes, that's just standing on the word of God.
And that is where we have a problem, people.
Because as of now, I don't see it the same way. As a gay man in today's culture who chooses to identify as a Christian with his faith, the hardest part I have struggled with was not like, oh, I'm glad he's gone or anything like that. I wasn't one of the ones celebrating and playing music and things like that. I immediately was like, this is about to go so far in both opposite directions. And we saw it first politically with the immediate demonizing of...
And the putting the flags at half.
Well, the immediate demonizing of this was the left. It had to be them. What's her name? Like Christy Norm or something. I don't. Who cares? But she's like, oh, it had to be a TRANNY, like, or adjacent or things like that. And then on the Christian side, it's, well, he was a martyr. He died spreading the gospel, and it's like, I don't believe that to be true. I was raised in churches where we read and had conferences with martyrs or people who were close to that. People who, in other countries are getting whipped and they can see the blood of their footprints for wanting to give a Bible somewhere, or people who've lost their family in another country or even here. And this man, he had a very privileged life. If you ask me, he had a wonderful, he has this beautiful family. He got to go around. He had security and things like all this stuff. And again, he did pass away, but this, all he wanted to do was share the gospel. And I wanted to ask people, like, okay, you feel that now, but a week ago, had this never happened, did you like to watch him because you were watching him spread the gospel on college campuses, or you were watching him own these kids who did not feel the same way?
And that's what it is. And I didn't realize how many fans he had.
I didn't either.
I didn't realize the people that I know who obviously engaged in his content and agreed and liked and shared and commented. I would see his videos and I'm just being honest, think like, not you being a grown man fighting with 19-year-old kids. That was my initial, I'm not watching you fight little kids. Like, that's crazy. So I never engaged with his content in that way. I think the hardest, the human, the human, flesh part of me is and I'm going to be real vulnerable and honest. I'm like, I don't want to go to church with these people. I don't want to lay eyes on these people. Obviously, you are not for me, literally. Obviously, you are not the person who would be there for me if you agree with that. But on the other side of the saved part of me is we all fall short. Everyone has a journey. Everyone's learning. Everyone's growing. And right now I'm in the middle. I don't know how to be a Christian today.
This is where I'm not. I love having our little podcast. This is where I'm not good because you know me. I'll start the sentence and see where it goes because I process as I talk. And I've been trying to really gather my thoughts on this because I don't, and y'all know I can make a joke at the drop of a hat. I don't want to just flippantly say anything.
Yeah, you can't make a joke at the drop of a hat.
And my thing is I have this rage. And I don't even know, I'm going to say it's like a rage towards these people that I did life with and I grew up with, and they taught me about my faith and about this God, this loving God who sent his only son to save us. And, there is no mountain too high, no depth too low. These verses that we can pull out of our hat. And then when you see somebody like this arguing with essentially anyone who will listen for a political reason at the end of the day. That's my thing, is we always want to talk about separation of church and state and things. And now that this has happened, there's been this great divide, and now we are associating left-leaning people with demonic forces in action and right-leaning people who enjoyed him as saved, sanctified, and holy. And that is where I'm enraged because I have seen, as I have deconstructed, people who use the name of God and just twist it because the way somebody be like, well, what would God want? Or oh, is that faith? And they're just twisting it just enough to get you to see it from their side that in your head you're reconciling being against God, and I don't think that's the case.
I agree.
I think that's as someone who is spiritual now, who grew up Baptist, conservative Christian, I think that is what has turned me to spirituality. And people get confused by that. To me, spirituality is just your one-on-one relationship to your God, whatever you believe in. Because to me, religion itself, throughout history, all it's been used is to oppress and control. And I feel like that is what is happening now, of people twist it and turn it, and it's not actually like what faith. I feel like faith and religion are two different things in my book.
Well, and I thank you for sharing. And the thing that just like enrages me again is like everybody's saying like he was such a good Christian man, but now they're so enraged that like I saw somebody I used to work with who's like he was an ex-Marine, and he's like, I'm ready to go to war for this country, for our children. What? Like people who are like, you know, and again, these Christian people, and we're supposed to love everyone. They're like, if you don't like what I have to say about Charlie Kirk, you can unfriend me, get out of my life, that kind of thing. And it's just these little things. You know, I saw a girl saying like, people are calling Charlie Kirk a martyr. Mm-hmm. And I think as Christians, that's not okay, because this is like what martyrdom is. Mm-hmm. This is what he was doing. And a lot of people are saying he met the consequences of his own actions. Mm-hmm. And then another girl was on there and she was like, this girl is why it clearly shows that you cannot be a Christian with liberal ideologies. And I was like, the separation of church and state is nowhere near. And to me, this is the dangers of Christian nationalism. Yeah. But I just agree with you in the sense of everything I'm thinking around this, honestly, does not have a lot to do with Charlie.
At all.
It has to do with how everyone is acting, because I mean you've read the Bible. Like, what are the fruits of the Spirit? Love, joy, peace, patience, happiness. So why are all these Christians, we're enraged, we're drawing a line in the sand, we're coming to your door, it's a spiritual warfare. And I'm sorry, and I know people are doing this online, but I will make the comparison. Where was this reset when so many other huge events like this involving guns, involving death have happened?
It's because it's about politics. It's not about faith. And I think because one side has decided that they are the party of faith and Christian values, it muddies the water. I think my main thing is that I feel like the part that makes me sad is this is ruining our witness. Mm-hmm. It is ruining our witness as Christians. I'm not a Bible beater. I'm not a person who's gonna like persuade or convince anybody to be a Christian or a part of anything.
I've never been on the apologetics train.
Mostly because God don't need me to defend him. Mm-hmm. And it just is what it is. But it does make me sad that because of our bad behavior, it's going to draw people further. For the people who are like considering teetering, you know, you've kind of learned about God, or maybe you've gotten a revelation, or I'm using really churchy words right now, but maybe you feel in your heart that like, this could be something I could be a part of, or you're feeling a tug of like, do I want to know more about Jesus, or do I want to know more about God in general? Like, this isn't the God and the story that I have when it comes to faith. This isn't, don't let other people change what you feel and your like quest to learn about who Jesus is. Mm-hmm. Because we, myself included, I'm gonna put all of us in the same pot, are not good representations of what Jesus can do for your life. It's just not. And I think that's like the hardest part for me to like grapple with. I just feel like there's so many people who were like, oh, I could like learn or consider. And now they're like, I would do anything but.
Yeah.
I just want to go on record saying no one deserves to be executed in that way. I do, however, think he thought others should be executed in that way. He's literally said those words before. So to me, I'm like, why is this now such an issue when he has been so vocal about it's okay to lose lives in return for freedom of use of guns? But yet you don't get mad when kids get shot. You don't get mad when other actual political figures in political positions get murdered. And it's like, I would love for the House Democrats to put a Charlie Kirk gun bill up just to see how many Republicans still would vote against it.
And see, this is my thing with everything you're saying is like, I very much agree. Like, the demonization of like if you celebrated this in any way, which again I wasn't, but at the same
I
time
didn't see anybody who really was. For real.
I didn't either. Like unless they was like very extreme.
Yeah, I
like
really
you get on
didn't see a
TikTok
lot
and you're
of
like,
that.
that's tacky.
Yeah, I didn't really see that.
And again, the demonization of just like the left or like the leaning and things like that, that's where my mind is going, because it literally feels like from the get-go, as soon as like the president started posting, allegedly to all this, as soon as they started getting details and things like that, the immediate response was, it's the left. It's the left, it's the left, it's the left. And again,
Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
I was going to say, do you hear that? Yeah, it's a lot of quietness from the Republicans after that.
Spoiler alert!
That's the thing. We found out a couple days later.
I'm sorry, y'all, this isn't funny, but the craziest part to me was the grandma. Y'all saw the grandma?
Yes. Well, let's just say they found the shooter, as if nobody's plugged into this.
They know.
You found the shooter. It was not a left-leaning liberal, all these kind of things. It was a guy who grew up in Utah, ex-church, raised around guns his whole life, but go ahead.
The grandma, I'm sorry. They went to her. This is how you know people ain't clicking.
Stairs ain't going all the way up.
They go to her grandson just killed this man in cold blood in front of God and everybody else. Mm-hmm. Made a whole national spectacle. She wanted y'all to know, us to know.
The one thing
She wanted us to know, not that he was raised right, not that, they are shocked that this happened.
They raised him in a Christian home.
She wanted to know she ain't no damn liberal,
yeah,
okay?
No.
She wanted y'all to be good damn clear.
That's the takeaway you're supposed to get from this.
I said, lady.
Now, here's the thing.
Priorities, bruh.
Priorities. And then, the thing was, it immediately went from, oh, this was a liberal, it's blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, there's not. There's no backtracking. Oh, well, he was raised like this, but he was radicalized in college, which does this whole other umbrella of we're going to stop sending people to college because it's radicalizing people. Girl, I went to Belmont University.
But that was Charlie Kirk's whole thing. There was a reason he went to college campuses.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that when you go to college, you learn other points of view. You learn how to dissect things. You hone in on critical thinking. You start, which is why, I'm sorry, educated people who have had formal education vote differently than people who don't. Mm-hmm. And that is just the fact of the matter. And if it is their best interest to not have people be formally educated, because we see that when you are, things change.
It's harder to convince.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. So there's a reason why he was going to college campuses and arguing with college kids. Mm-hmm. From a political standpoint, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just going to say it because this is our damn show. He didn't have any leg to stand on when it came to anything political whatsoever. You don't know nothing about, your opinion means the same as mine, which is nothing. Because nobody voted for him. Like I said, he was not formally educated in any capacity. It wasn't like he was an actual activist in a way that, like, say, a Malcolm X was. You were a guy fighting with college kids on college campuses, using inflammatory language to get a rise out of people. And the fact that they are using him as their, like, this is our guy, okay.
It's crazy to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's who y'all want, that's cool with me, because I wasn't going to vote for them no way. But I don't understand why this has become about a political assassination for somebody who wasn't a politician. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why him losing his life made him things in death that he wasn't in life.
Like what? Like Medal of Honor?
Like a politician, a scholar, this person who's like held to a high regard, someone that we put the flags on half, whatever, mast, staff, I never know the right.
Staff.
Half staff for.
Half mast,
whatever. Respectfully. It is shocking to me.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Again, you get on Twitter and you get on Facebook, you get two different stories. On Facebook, I'm seeing a lot of think pieces. Again, it's and this is the last thing I'm going to say. It's the comparison to other people in the past, but also to me as someone, like you said, who confesses Christianity, things like this. There were people there who were like, maybe he'll rise in a couple of days.
I say if y'all don't get off my computer and off my phone.
Like, people doing these whole, like, think pieces on Facebook, but only to end it with, if you believe this, repost and share.
Sorry.
And again,
so
I'm not, and I mean, like, it's funny, but it's, like, funny mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is about, like, the Great Commission. Mm-hmm. This is about spreading the gospel. This is about standing on this. But at the end of the day, you're reposting things, making sure they're a minute long. As we all know, if you're doing that on social media, it's because you can get paid. You are telling people to like and share things. You keep talking about the same thing over and over again. You're editing things that have already happened. These are the things I see just even as like a creator.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're saying that this is for the cause, but all you're doing is creating content for it.
Correct.
And it enrages me. And that's the biggest thing I can say. And like I said, I'm seeing all this stuff, and y'all are just making this man like he is St. Peter, St. Paul.
My last thing, earlier I said, if you are sad and in mourning, like, that's okay. If you're not, that's also okay. I'm sorry. I'm not about to tell Black, brown, gay, trans people to be sad about a person who went out of their way to harm them. I don't feel like that's my place to judge how people react or don't react. But I'm definitely not about to tell another Black person, in my case, that you have to mourn someone who spoke so nasty about us. Because where they do that at?
This is where I wish, like, low-key at one point, like, this is what the whole episode could be about, because there's just so many things I've seen online. I'm like, I want to hit this, I want to hit this, I want to hit this, but we don't have time. I hope his wife and his kids are at peace. It seems like they've got people who will surround them. That's great. I agree with your sentiment. If you are very sad about this, then I wish that, like, your mourning, I go through that process. If you saw the news and you were like, dang, that sucks, or okay, to me, I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's just the tea. Probably shouldn't wrap up that argument like that. That's just the tea. I just want to say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead, Chad.
I don't even say this disrespectfully, but we are in this, like, this is a huge thing right now. I've already seen interviews where they ask, like, Donald Trump, how do you feel about this? And he's like, loved the guy. He was great. Anyway, we're building a new ballroom, and I'm wondering, we're immortalizing him right now. We're making it this big faith political thing. And again, I don't even say this disrespectfully. 6 months from now, when it's midterm season,
I think they could use him as a pawn. I think they will capitalize on the division and use this, like, pro-America, guns, country, family thing they be doing to stoke up the people like they always do.
Because let's be real, and I know we need to move on. If you want truly inside my brain, and I'm not going to say all this, I don't maybe necessarily think it was that kid, and I think it is.
Girl,
it's
conspiracy.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry. I almost okay, y'all. Now we done said the stuff you're supposed to say, and we just said how we feel. Now we about to be messy for 2 seconds. Why is that baby such a good shot? I'm sorry. That's like.
And I
don't know.
Also, I mean, I talked to Gabe about this, that I think it's a show on Amazon Prime called, like, The Boys. Is that what it's called? About the superheroes. And there's one where a guy's like, he's like really, and I only saw the clip, so Gabe can help me out here. But he, like, meets the superhero who's, like, apparently not a good guy, but, like, the whole show is about making them look good because they're superheroes, but they're actually horrible people. And one guy meets him, and he's like, oh, I'm so happy to meet you. Like, you know, you've done so much for us. And he's like, thank you so much for being, like, a martyr for our cause. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, oh like, we're going to. And again, not saying that.
No, we don't.
Not saying that.
We really don't know.
I'm not saying that.
And we're not saying that.
But also the picture, the 2 different pictures, they don't look like the same.
I don't. Listen, the man said they got him.
And I'll believe him.
I'm going to believe him till they give us a reason not to. But I do have follow-up questions that I'm never going to get the answers to, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
The last thing I'm doing is busting out the Mystery Machine and getting the Scooby-Doo gang together.
Last thing I'm doing.
Sometimes you wonder, because even with Luigi, if he did it.
Anyways.
I don't even say this disrespectfully. It is just a factor of everything that is going on right now. Even like you were talking about earlier with the National Guard.
Yeah, literally, he's called, I think, like 150 military members from Ohio to come to D.C. to make it beautiful again.
This is my first question. I did not join any sector of the armed forces to go do beautification projects.
That's really crazy, actually.
I put
right.
my life on the line and gave my social security number right out of high school for me to go plant flowers in D.C.
This is the killing part for me. I was seeing on the internet this woman. It was a group of National Guard members in their hot outfits on the streets, twiddling their thumbs. And this woman goes, "Hey, what y'all doing?" And they were like, "Nothing." She said, "Well, if y'all ain't doing nothing, come bring my groceries to the car."
Did
they one by one picked up her groceries and put them in her trunk. And she was like,
Protect and
"Baby, where
serve."
is you from? So what y'all doing out here?" They were like, "We don't really know."
And it makes me wonder too, because they're sending the National Guard. Essentially, if you're getting sent and you're you don't get a choice.
No,
I mean,
don't.
Like if you say no, it's like what is it called, like going AWOL or something like that?
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to go when they.
So you're over there just going to anything, and just
do it.
Because he tried to send him to Chicago.
And last I heard, he's sending them to Memphis.
He's sending him to Memphis now because Chicago said okay, because they said it was going to get wrapped up in too much legally.
My thing is that is not what the National Guard is for. They're not the president's gophers. You just go and do what I tell you to do. They are there to, I don't think protect and serve is their motto, but to protect and serve.
Yeah.
When you're removing them from their own state, who is there to handle and take care of those people?
Judy down the street.
Correct.
Not Judy.
Not Miss Judy.
She needs help with her groceries. This is my thing. First of all, if we are such defenders of law and order, and you believe in the police.
Yeah, what are the police doing in the meantime?
Because it sounds like the National Guard is twiddling their thumbs. Because like the police, they're supposed to be taking care of this. Because if it's my impression that the National Guard is over here, they're supposed to be doing things like when there's a hurricane. And and we're in hurricane season. And like, I hope nothing happens, but it could happen. We always see hurricanes. But even things like that, these natural disasters, things that are going on. And they're like, sorry, we're in Washington, D.C. helping people taking their groceries.
I also realistically, and I need to be educated on this, when the National Guard shows up, are they arresting people? Like, what is their actual purpose?
It's giving like a scare tactic of like, these are my, and I mean this as how he probably thinks it, these are my minions. You mess with us, I will sick them on you.
And that is not what these people signed up for. And the veterans have spoken up and said that this is blurring the lines between their nonpartisanship. They're not supposed to be the president's minions. They have to follow orders from the government, regardless of who's in power, regardless of what side of the aisle they're on. Their whole job is to be nonpartisan. And this is really blurring the lines.
Because, I mean, you even think about it, somebody's sitting there and they're like, I don't even agree with this man, a.k.a. Donald Trump. And I'm out here in Chicago because I have to be.
Correct.
Because you signed contract in blood, it feels like at times. But I don't know. And then,
No different than people voluntary. Well, now they're getting paid to come join ICE. $50,000 to join ICE.
And the $60,000 in a student loan reimbursement or something.
Seriously?
Dead ass. I mean, yes, seriously.
You know what we should do?
No.
No, I'm going to go there. We should join and then in a modern way, start the Underground Railroad.
I'm not doing that. I'm scared.
You're scared?
So there's
Stand up.
No, everybody has their strengths. And me, because what's gonna happen if I'm under there is I'm gonna be like, girl, run. That's gonna be me. But also, I'm sure you have to do some type of training for that. And I don't like guns like that. I'm not target demographic. I can help. Once y'all go in and get started, I can come on the back end. And
cut the wires in the
correct,
picket fence.
Correct.
Yes,
I can do that part, but I'm not about to go to nobody training.
It does look very scary. Like they're doing like propaganda posters with Uncle Sam saying like, we want you, like.
That used to mean something.
But also them giving a monetary incentive for this feels icky.
Yeah.
For the lack of a better word. Also, I'm confused about all of the rules. I was under the impression that ICE had to, one, identify themselves as who they are, what they're here for, but they're giving sneaky men in the night.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they wear masks and they're saying that it's like for their protection. I'm like, police officers, firefighters, no one has to wear a mask.
People get on end of watch because their face is uncovered.
I don't like where this is going. I don't like that we're blurring the lines. It's giving unconstitutional in my very...
It's giving, I wanted to be a Power Ranger, and this is how I get it.
Yeah, but it's giving unconstitutional in my very humble opinion, and I'm not appreciating it.
Well, Congress just allocated like $30 billion to this to hire like 10,000 more ICE members.
Didn't they say that if they wanted to cancel our student loans back in the day, it would have only been like $40 billion?
That's what I'm saying. There's never enough money for SNAP programs or the Red Cross or anything that's going to save anybody's lives. But we have $30 billion to put toward this. Mm-hmm. And like you said, this is people who, respectfully, it's given, like you said, I wanted to be a Power Ranger when I was little.
Mm-hmm. And now I get to put on a mask and go get you and rip you away from your family, and I can get my like jinkies off for that.
Okay.
I mean, that's like literally what it is. And again, I said it like, and it probably sounded like a joke. Let's go get the 30. Let's go get the 50,000
I
and
need
60,
the 50K.
and then we'll go to the Mexican restaurant. They want to bust up and be like, "Hey, we're here with that girl. Y'all better run. Y'all better run because the real truck is going to be here in 10 minutes. I'm going to tell them I didn't get to y'all in time."
And that's all we would do. But I feel like that's probably some type of felony.
What, to take money and not do your job? Welcome to politics.
You ain't lying, sister.
Now the jokes are coming out. Because like that is...
You ain't lying.
That is actually ridiculous. And just the, like, it just like... And there's people who wanted to be cops, and again, like people can do the ACAP thing and everything. There's a certain type of person who wants to join the military, ICE, anything like this, cops, because they want to make others feel small so that they can feel powerful. Mm-hmm. And I don't like it.
Well, you know who also is hating the ICE right now? Hannah Einbinder from HUGS.
Girl, did you watch the Emmys?
I did not watch the Emmys, but I'm so glad we're moving on to something I want to talk about.
Yes. That was your political recap of the world.
Seriously. Okay, let's start with Hannah.
Okay.
She shocked everybody. Mm-hmm. She said, F ICE. What was it? F ICE, free Palestine.
I just want to say, finally, go birds, ICE, and free Palestine.
Okay.
And I love a girl who gonna throw her team in there. That spoke to me because, you know, I'm gonna throw a Roll Tide in there wherever I get the opportunity. Mm-hmm. It's all day, every day for me. Mm-hmm. I have so much respect for her. And I know there's a whole crowd of people who are like, why we gotta make it political? Why we gotta do this? But she is Jewish. Mm-hmm. And I think that for so long, people, and I'm not Jewish, but I feel like you don't see a lot of Jewish people who speak out for the people of Palestine. And I do believe that there is a world where you can be proud of your heritage and also say what's happening to these people is wrong.
Can we just talk about what we talked about for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
As Christians.
Yeah.
Again, the two very different things. I'm very aware, but we are in this. But what is going on over here?
Yeah.
Y'all are acting crazy.
Yeah.
So
I love that she gave us a representation of that. And I also think because of where she works and the industry she works in.
They say you don't.
She really put herself out on a limb. Mm-hmm. I respect it. I applaud it. Is the language I probably would have used at the moment? Maybe not. Mm-hmm. But I'm talk your Helen.
Yeah.
Is it Helen or Ellen?
Hannah.
Talk your Hannah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I will say, so I caught a little bit of the Emmys. I was watching them, and I'm not gonna be. I was kind of bored.
They're always boring. That's why I didn't watch.
Yeah, I will say Nate Bargatze hosted the big thing. Did you see this? The counter thing for the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
He was like, "Am I boring you? Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, well,
oh wow, that was a big one.
That one snuck up on me.
So they basically said, like, your speech needs to be under 45 seconds or less. We have this counter. It's starting at $100,000 of my own money for the Boys and Girls Club. If you go over 45 seconds, every second, we're taking $1,000 off.
I love that they did that.
And then, but, you know, they said the bit got too bitty. Like, after every speech, he'd be like, up. And people were like, just move on.
But that's how the girl said, I'll pay the money.
Yeah, she said, I'll pay the money.
I'll pay the money.
There's people who are like, I'll pay the money. Seth Rogen, he always tried to keep it under because if you went under, the amount of seconds would go up. So we'd have to donate more. At the end, they were like, LOL, it's the Boys and Girls Club. We're going to donate $350,000. And I was like, okay, girl, whatever. But I will say, pretty boring. Traders won for a reality program.
Congratulations.
Some other shows won, too. It was really nice. Gilmore Girls got back together.
I saw my favorite moment was my favorite girl, Leanne Morgan. I'm literally her biggest fan. I don't think I'm her target demographic, but she speaks to me. I'm obsessed with her. I love seeing her on these big stages because I've been such a fan of hers for so long.
Yeah.
I literally screamed.
Did you ever see her on Funniest Mom in America on Nick at Night?
No.
She was on that all those years ago. I would watch Nick at Night, and I just remember this one joke. She goes, I went into the Gap, and I was helped out by this beautiful little 19-year-old heifer. And that joke, for some reason, has stuck with me.
She is so funny.
I love her.
I'm
Do you watch her
obsessed.
show?
I do watch her show.
So she's your Reba.
She is my Reba.
She's your Reba. Oh, my gosh. We need to get a picture of her on your
I know.
wall.
I really do adore her.
Leanne, come on the pod.
Love you.
Literally. The Gilmore Girls got back together.
I love me some Gilmore Girls.
Very fun
Beg
show.
and lead.
I will follow anywhere
that you tell me to. If you need me to be with you, I will follow.
Oh, where you lead. Oh, we kind of hit that.
It was a little off.
It was a little off, but we kind of. I said we kind of hit that.
Okay.
I will say, all that was beautiful and lovely. Sydney Sweeney wore red.
Can we talk about how I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to watch the show, but I'm going to keep my eye peeled for my best dressed.
Mm-hmm. Not impressed.
I don't have a person.
Not one.
Now, there was no one that I felt blown away. Of course, Cheryl Lee Ralph looked perfect.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the people that like are just gorgeous always look gorgeous. There was not one look that I was like, oh.
Ba 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 boom.
Like, and the ones that other people were like, oh, I was like, that's ugly. So
I love that.
here we are.
The Emmys were fine. I turned them off halfway through because me and Gabe went to go see Forrest Gump. It was his first time seeing Forrest Gump.
I can't believe that.
Let's talk about a good movie.
That's a good movie. Who produced that?
I don't know, but Mark Zemeckis directed it.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, Mark Zemeckis. He directed it.
I meant directed.
What's his name? Tom Hanks in the performance of his life.
Literally, such a good
And
good movie.
he had no idea going in what it was all about. We were boo-hooing in there.
Really?
Yeah, he had never seen it.
Literally never. I didn't know Roll Tide.
No.
Alabama.
He had the same first viewing experience that we all do, though. He was like, this Jenny girl.
Listen.
Dollar. He was like, I don't like her. And then at the end when she's like, spoiler alert, it's a 40-year-old movie. She was like, I've got a virus. He goes, she got HIV.
It's so good. I'm glad you got to experience it.
It was fun.
So what has been on your FYP this week?
Okay. I like to get on Black Talk.
Yes.
I observe. Sometimes I comment, which is like funny, like, that kind of thing. Have you seen this this pastor's wife who has rebuked, open rebuke, they're talking about this.
Miss Cassandra.
Miss who?
Miss Cassandra.
Miss Cassandra.
That's her name?
Cassandra Pope.
Nah, my mama name is Cassandra, and she would never do that.
She would not. I've met her through the phone. So the girl singing on the praise team, Mahogany, she turns around to her before I guess the Sunday special or something. I don't know. And she was like, I'm gonna call this out. It's gonna be an open rebuke because this is what we're gonna do at the church. And she was like, when you hugged me this morning, it was like a little different. And she basically like tore this lady up. And then she was like, and if you don't want to essentially address this, you can go. And so she turns back around and is starting to address the church, maybe sing a little song. And you see Mahogany hugging every single person on that praise team, and then is like, peace. And she walks
laughed?
off. Yes.
I don't blame Mahogany.
I am not about to get in a pumpkin New York fight with pastor's wife in front of the audience.
Also,
the congregation.
Yes. Also, Mahogany, you got the patience of Job. Because the way, I would like to think I would have handled it the way that Mahogany. But I also feel like I would have been like, you broke down, ugly heifer. Who you think you talking to? Telling me I hug people how I want to hug people. You don't, and I would have cussed her out.
Bitch, you better be glad you got a hug in the first place.
And I would have cussed out Miss Cassandra in her pulpit.
Yes, literally.
And embarrassed myself and my last name.
And the thing is churchy or whatever, a lot of people think like, oh, they're going to be on the pastor's wife's side. Everybody's like, you are crazy. And this is an abuse of power, spiritual abuse.
I will say this. Yes. But there is a part of it that if you didn't grow up in Black church, it's crazier than you actually think it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, But also, like, it's also just messy.
It's just messy.
It's just another Sunday.
Do you think it would be like an episode on Churchy?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
That has Kev on stage written all over it.
Well, maybe season 3 may be happening.
Also, Kev, it's your friends. We did get our tickets.
We got our tickets. Thank you for coming here on Sunday, September 28th. We have 2 tickets.
We have 2 tickets.
Gabe's busy. We asked you if you wanted to go.
We did ask you if you wanted to go.
So, Mr. Kev on stage, we're going to be there.
We're so excited. This will be like my 3rd or 4th time seeing Kev
And I've
live.
never seen him live.
So I'm excited for you. So yes, Kev, we're going to see you there.
Also, the guy's name? Tony Baker.
Tony Baker.
Also, you and Tony Baker are welcome because we got the expensive seats,
Seriously.
mister.
Also, you are going to love Tony Baker.
So excited.
He is so funny. I'm so excited to watch you watch them. This will be my first time seeing Tony Baker live.
Really?
Yes, and
Oh,
I
fun.
am like, he's one of my favorites. I'm so excited. So we will see y'all September 28th. Okay.
I love that. Okay, so
Also, stage crew, if you see us there, y'all better say hey.
you better say hello. Literally. Okay, so what's on your For You page?
Oh, y'all. Okay, so I don't really know none of the details. Because, I be in and out, I don't be knowing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, they said the alien's black. I knew it, too. I knew they was black. I could feel it in my spirit and my being. My hopes is that when they come, if and when, that they look at me and say, my sister, and they take me with them. If they let me bring a +1 of YKYKs, or +2, I'm gonna bring y'all.
Okay.
But if they only gonna take me, I'm going.
But we don't know where they're going. Do you feel like it will be a good place?
Anywhere's better than here. Take me
I
to your
saw-
leader.
I saw this one time on another podcast. Like, do you think when the aliens drive by Earth, they roll the windows up?
Yeah, they probably like, we see our people, but we gotta leave them there. Because them gonna be messed up. We just gonna keep it pushing. I'm sure the aliens say too. Also, I hope they look like us. Well, if they come looking scary and they're like, I don't want to go.
One more time. Love
I don't want
that.
to go. If they look like us, because what if they fine? Now I can have a little extraterrestrial baby.
Little extraterrestrial dick.
Okay.
Phone home.
So that's what I'm hoping. If they're scary, just leave me be. But if y'all fine, I could be a queen.
Wakanda.
That's what I literally had this conversation with my mom. I said, I really hope that they come get us and they take us back and it's Wakanda.
Maybe we can like broadcast rewind up there so they'll get to know you. And they'll be like, I have to meet this bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
Who cares if we're the #1 podcast on iTunes? We're the #1 podcast on IYKYK. Whatever the planet is called.
You are really dumb.
You know what I mean? And we're going to do a grand tour because you're dating our tour manager.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Gives a new term to the meaning Miss Universe.
So yeah, I don't know why they think they're black. I didn't get that deep. I was very surface with
You just heard it and you said put it on the pod.
Hey, 100%.
Absolutely. Okay, well, then riddle me this. So you believe in your depth that aliens are real?
Yeah, I think it's silly to think that we're the only people here.
Only people in the neighborhood.
I wonder if they listen to Ariana.
Don't talk to me about Ariana Grande. I'm devastated. Well, I'm pre-devastated.
Okay.
As of filming this, it's Monday, but as of Wednesday, I will have tickets to the London show.
Where are you in London for this?
I would totally go to London to see Ariana Grande. You went to London to see Harry Styles.
I went to Paris to see Harry Styles, and
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When I don't want to be disrespectful on this show. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. You don't want to travel all that way to see Ariana Grande, and that's
I
okay.
love her, but
Listen.
it's for Eternal Sunshine. You didn't even like that at first.
No, and it grew on me. Look, I've told you before. That's one of the ones that I'll accept as it grew on me.
Okay, so you're gonna try to get London tickets.
I'm going to try and get London tickets because let me tell you, I tried to get tickets for Boston, New York, Chicago, LA, Atlanta, and Austin, Texas. Gone in a flash. Already up for resale, by the way. My friends were like, oh, we got tickets, LOL. I was like, I will rob you. Don't play. I picked the little song on your phone when I ride with you in the car. The way I will transfer those tickets to me and act like you got hacked by Russia or something. Do not play with me right now. I was pissed off.
Wait, when's the London date?
August 15th. So it would be like a birthday trip.
Next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I
Well,
get-
August 15th already came this year.
Oh, girl, yeah. What day is it?
It's like September something.
Oh, I got a headache.
Yeah. So as of last Tuesday, I tried to get these tickets. Did not work. Did not happen. But it was okay because there is another chance. And I will get these tickets. It's not when, it's if. The one thing I have is I'm supposed to go with my friend Steven, friend of the pod. Well, acquaintance of the pod. Because let me tell you what. We We're supposed to get these tickets.
What do you do?
Well, you have to get tickets in the time zone. So
Right.
10 a.m. Eastern.
Right.
We get to Pacific. I'm like, okay, how many do you have up? I've got them. This is our last chance. Blah 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 blah. On the second day when it went to general on sale, he goes, I'm getting a salad. He's like, I'm not in front of my computer right now.
Now, Stevie,
And I said,
no, you dead wrong.
Then what am I doing here? Ticket for one. Like, what are we doing?
Steven, you knew better.
And he's the one who wants to go. And then they were like, oh, Lady Gaga's going to extend her tour. And I was like, I can't do this right now.
Listen, I want it for you.
Thank you.
I'm going, what day is it?
August 15th, 2026.
No, with the tickets going on sale.
Oh, so as of filming this, it's Monday. It's tomorrow morning. Actually, it's 3 a.m.
Wait, in the actual, like, we going to go to sleep tonight and at 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. If I remember, I'm going to throw a prayer up for you before I go to bed, because at 3 a.m. I'm going to be. You're going to
be sleeping with the aliens.
I'm going to be in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a prayer up for you. I hope you get them. I will say there is a direct flight from Nashville to London, so it'll be an easy travel.
Thank you, British Airways.
I love,
British Airways, we would love to work with you.
Seriously, I am, no joke, I am a British Airways girly. Mm-hmm. I love British Airways. It's my favorite airline to fly to Europe. Yeah.
Listen, that's what dreams are made of.
This is my moment. This girl right here, the last thing she released was in 2015. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm holding it away because I don't want to blast out our people.
That's the name of the song.
That was the name of the album.
Oh.
The gays and people did not treat her well with that album. The only thing you probably know is Sparks, and you probably don't even know that. And just recently, she had a birthday, and her husband teased, go save millennial music. And we said, what? And then just the other day, Tuesday, as I was devastated that I did not get Ariana Grande tickets, God said, hi, it's going to be okay. That door is closed right now, but the window is open. And guess who came through that window? Hilary Duff. She has been signed to Atlantic Records, and she is working on new music. She is getting a documentary about behind the scenes of her return to music, directed by the guy who directed the Eras Tour movie, and she is getting ready to perform in that documentary for the first time ever in at least 10 years. So if for some reason, I'm going to, but if for some reason God does not deem it appropriate for me to get an Ariana Grande ticket in September, because I know we prayed about it, I'm going to get one. All my money, I will rip pictures off the rewind wall to pay for the Hilary Duff show.
Won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you
yes,
won't.
because we can always buy another Destiny's Child poster.
No, we can't.
You cannot see Hilary Duff for the first time out of 10 years.
I am so happy for you, genuinely.
Fix your face, because I don't believe it.
I am so happy for you, genuinely.
Thank you so much.
This is gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm. There was not a song of the summer, and she said, I'm coming to rescue you.
I want to temper our expectations.
What?
She's singing the songs, or Haley singing.
Don't be rude.
I'm just playing. I love Hilary Luann.
Don't be rude.
I do. I'm excited.
This is the reason she's my queen. I have managed my expectations. I'm looking behind you at Beyonce. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting her to come out there and do a 1-7 step. Like, we're not doing that, okay? I'm expecting her to get out there. We're going to sing Come Clean. We're going to sing Why Not. We're going to hear the new songs that she wrote with her husband, Matthew Coma. Hello.
Is he a writer?
Yeah, he wrote Clarity.
If I was about to say, you have to give me a reference. Is that the name of that song, or are you blacking that up?
No.
Because, we love to pick a part of the song and act like that's the title.
Yes.
That song called Clarity, for real.
If our love's insanity, why are you my clarity?
I know it's a part of the song, but is that the official title?
No, that's when we were actually naming the title, what the last word of the song was.
Okay, because black folks will be like, any song, we just take our line we like out of it, and that's the name of the song, so I didn't know.
That's why people thought, what's that one song from Beyonce was just called Unique.
What's it called?
Unique, that's what you are.
No, what's the song called?
I don't know. I'm trying to
I thought it was called Unique.
I don't think it is.
You're not about to play in my face.
Alien Superstar.
Alien Superstar. I told you. That's why she wrote Alien Superstar, because she knew before us that the aliens were black.
She did.
That's crazy.
But yes, I'm very excited for Hilary Duff. I'm excited that you're excited.
Yes.
This is a really big moment for you.
I am very excited. I'm very happy. I have a pact with about 15 people throughout my jobs that I would say who also loved Hilary Duff. I was like, if she ever tours again, we're going to get tickets. So I literally had to contact all these people. I'm like, are you ready to go to the tour? Because I'm going with somebody.
Well, you didn't ask me.
You are already being ugly in front of her.
I wasn't. I love Hilary.
Do you want to go see her?
Not with you no more, because I don't like being second best.
You asked to do all that.
No, I would have gone. I would have been happy to go.
And sing Anywhere But Here? I'm falling through the door, flying
that's
across
really,
the
really
floor.
low.
What?
And it's like, I'm falling through the door.
I sing in the key that is comfortable for me.
across the floor.
When you look at me,
Suddenly it's clear you're burning up my dreams.
crazy as it seems. I don't wanna be
anywhere but here. Anywhere but here is the place where. Okay.
And then if you can't do the math. You know, she was the original. She was the
don't know
original
this.
Taylor Smith when it came to this.
I don't know that
Did
song.
you? I know you didn't listen to the second album. I just know you didn't. Her song "Haters" that she allegedly wrote about Lindsay Lohan. It was like a Taylor Swift like mean like kind of situation, but it was like we're 13. The chorus was literally, "You're one of those haters, thanks to the human race. Haters, what a drag, what a waste. I'd like to see them disappear. They don't belong anywhere. Haters." I loved it. Let's move on because I'm hot.
I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, it's that time of the episode for Rewind Rundown.
Oh,
The segment where the performances are big, the takes are bigger, and the shade is Oscar worthy.
I love that.
That's good.
Let's talk about us, sisters and wives.
So I listened to Christine Woolley. Is it Woolley? Woodley? Is it Woodley or
Just
Woolley?
say Christine's book from Sister Wives.
I listened to Christine's book from Sister Wives. I am a huge Sister Wives fan. I have been for the past 89 years that they've had their show. So I listened to her book, her audiobook. Very impressed. It was a lot of things we already knew. So if you're looking for the big, like,
Juicy tomato
moment, you're not going to get that. I will say the most surprising and, like, headline worthy thing is that she had like a 2-3 week addiction to painkiller. Don't make me laugh.
I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of
To
her.
painkillers.
Everybody has a journey.
And-
A 2 to 3 week addiction.
That's how it, and y'all, I was listening fast, so I don't know. That's what she made it sound like. It didn't get to the point where she was selling her body for him or nothing.
I mean, looking at some of the restrictions that traditional polyamorous Mormons maybe
First
abide
of all,
by.
they're not polyamorous. They're polygamous.
I don't know what the word
That's
is.
different.
Isn't it one and the same?
No.
Okay, explain it.
I think polyamory is like a group of people who are intertwined and sleep with each other. Polygamy is first based off of religion, and two, they only have their singular relationships.
Education. That's what you get when you go to college. All that to say, my question is...
Can I clarify the addiction thing?
Yeah.
One thing that I do think was like, and I connected it to an experience that I had. After my brother passed away, I went to therapy because I needed it. And my therapist was telling me about a situation that she had where she had deep physical pain. She miscarried her twins. And she said there was, I know, terrible, a lot of physical pain, she said, but there was even more emotional pain.
Yeah.
And when she was like, as a therapist, she was like, they prescribed me painkillers. She was like, I took them and I felt the emotional pain leave my body. And she was like, this is how it gets people.
Oh, yeah.
This is that part that people don't like talk about. And I thought Christine did a really good job of like of associating like her emotional pain and in this marriage that was loveless, that he was not giving her what she needed, and having to go to set every day and talk about it and relive it over and over and over again, and how like emotionally and mentally that's so draining.
Yeah.
That like she was like, the way I could get through that was by taking painkillers.
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I mean, I did laugh at first because it just to say
No, I know. I
2 to
didn't set
3
it
week
up
addiction,
good.
you really didn't. But when I got my wisdom teeth out, they did prescribe me because they had to like break them and all that stuff, details. They prescribed me hydrocodone, and I remember
It's hydrocodone, baby, but
they described them both. But I remember after like day 1, I took it and I was like, I feel great. I could drive to the office. My mom was like, you're not going anywhere. And then after day 2, yeah, she said, she like gave me it and she goes, this is the last one you're getting. And I was like, why? There's a whole bottle. She's like, no, we're not doing all that. And I was like, why? And she took it. That next day, I literally, and I don't take pills like that. I was like getting the shakes and everything. And I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I was like, I want one of those already. It was 3 days in.
No, I will say, and Christine had a similar experience, that it didn't take her a long time to be dependent.
Yeah.
And I will say this too. And what I've learned through my therapy and all the things is where you are on the cliff, you don't know until you get there, baby. Some of us start our lives really close to the edge, and some of us start our lives 10 steps back. And honestly, you don't want to play the game to figure out which it is. Because some people can, because of your literal chemical
balance, imbalance,
whatever,
lack thereof,
can get addicted to things really, really quickly. And I think that the part that really stuck out to me too was that a family member saw it, noticed it, and called it out.
Within 3 weeks.
And said,
put it away.
We're not doing this. Another part, she talked about Garrison's passing, which was so heartbreaking. But she really gave us an insight to the faith. She talks about deconstructing her faith. She admits to being in a cult. Or what she now considers to be a cult. I say go for it. Like, it was if you're a fan of Sister Wives, or even if you're not a fan of the actual show, but want to hear more, learn more about that religion and like how things work, she did a really great job of explaining it. So I recommend it.
She was in the Sister Wife circle, she was the first one to like fly the coop, right?
Yes, okay, and she was the third wife.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Good for her.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like with all that, did you watch the Charlie Sheen documentary?
Y'all, I watched the Charlie Sheen documentary.
The Netflix one?
The Netflix one. First of all, there's so much. Okay. I want to start with, I forgot how obsessed everyone was in the Tiger Blood era.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I guess because, like, the people I surround myself with and, like, nobody was really, like, all of us were like, oh, he needs help. Like, something's not right. Like, I forgot how big the Tiger Blood era was. I forgot that he went on tour.
What is Tiger's Blood?
He was going around saying he had tiger's blood like in him and that he was like not built like everybody else, and he was having a like literal mental episode.
Yeah. Psychosis.
Literally.
Maybe.
And it was from testosterone.
Really?
Yes. He was taking so much testosterone and using. And that is how we got that era. He was so embarrassed about it, like in the documentary. I felt so bad for him because no one really protected him, and the people who could or tried just weren't successful because he surrounded himself with so many people who were yes men. The other really telling part was that he admitted for the first time on camera that he did have sex with men. People had alluded to it for years, especially after his HIV diagnosis.
I get where you're going with that.
That is true, though.
I know, but like just the way that sounds, I didn't like that.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with you.
No, I can change it.
No, you're not in trouble. It's just like.
Oh, I thought you meant you wanted to like cut that part out.
No. I'm saying like you're like, oh, he had sex with men, and so his HIV diagnosis. Like, is that the way they presented on the Netflix?
Yes.
Like, did he get HIV from a man?
That's what we don't. They didn't go that far into it, but that was the setup of how they asked the question. I always assumed he got HIV from being promiscuous sexually. He was a very big part of the Heidi Fleiss takedown where he was paying for sex. And also he was a very active drug user. So to me, I never equated it to him sleeping with men. But in this documentary, they did, and he did admit to sleeping with men at the. I couldn't tell if he currently sleeping with men or not, child. But I will say this: he had no shame, and he shouldn't. And
I think I saw this quote. He was like, "It's empowering as hell," or something.
Yeah, he was like, "It just is what it is." He was like, "It's like having a menu, and I tried this and I tried that, and." A lot of it was when he was using, and they did contributed to he just had a high sex drive because of the drugs that he was using, and his inhibitions were lowered, and he said he had fun and that it was great, but obviously he's had a lot of consequences from like not the gay lifestyle or whatever, but from the lifestyle he was living in general.
Not the gay lifestyle.
Raven is talking for
I
herself.
did the air quotes. Oh, y'all on Spotify and them can't
This
see my air
just in,
quotes.
Raven Dawson believes that gay is a lifestyle choice.
It isn't a lifestyle choice, but it is a lifestyle, right?
We're not going to.
No, I'm for real.
No.
A
That
lifestyle?
is a life. Like I have a lifestyle. I live like a straight lifestyle.
No, it's like the context that's always used in for like the gay lifestyle is it's like you're choosing it on a menu.
Oh, I thought
Like if I was like, oh, she has her black lifestyle.
Yeah, I do have a black lifestyle.
But in that connotation, people can take that.
Oh, I never thought that was bad.
That's how it's
But
taken.
but I have a question.
No, we're open forum.
Isn't a lifestyle how you live your life?
Correct, but it's the same way.
But it's like against like when they talk about like the gay lifestyle, it's like, oh, so you go to Pride and like you wear boas and like you have unprotected sex with men, which I mean, like, but like, but no, but like,
It's the difference between, oh, he's gay and, oh, he's gay.
like
It's
kind
the
of thing.
connotation.
It's not clocking.
It's really not because when you like read a magazine, it is like, oh, it's lifestyle. It's like the lifestyle that the person is living.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Do you remember when we talked about like gay and queer? Like there's like
Yeah.
the queer like
No, I
culturally.
hear it. I hear it.
Yeah.
But I thought lifestyle meant the life you live.
I guess what we're
Like
saying
I live
is,
a Christian lifestyle. Like people say that too.
I've never heard that, but
No,
I
like
I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying.
Christian lifestyle, if someone were to say that to you, they don't mean it in a demeaning way. Christians tend to use a gay lifestyle as it's our choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Drugs, sex with men, loving the devil.
That's
like that
not
kind of
what
thing.
I meant. I meant lifestyle is in the life that you lead.
Yeah. Because like in your head when I said like black lifestyle.
Yeah, I didn't take
like
that
in your head,
offensive.
like where does your mind go?
Black lifestyle, hanging out with my black friends, listen with my black family, doing black people shit.
See, and if we were talking about the gay lifestyle like that, it'd be like, oh, honey, I live a gay lifestyle. But like a lot of times, again, it goes back to the same demographic, the black lifestyle. It's like, oh, like, you know, they're ghetto. And like, you know, they like to like, you know.
Well, I'm not claiming that because a gay lifestyle is a fabulous lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. And so is black.
If you ask me.
Black is beautiful. Wakanda. No.
Okay, I take back what I said about the lifestyle.
Yeah. This just in, Raven has gone to conversion therapy.
Gayness, that don't make better. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's rephrase. His gay, his same sex, nope, his same sex activities.
He be doing dudes.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
His queerness.
Queerness. But that sound like negative, low key. In the context I was using it in.
I think you're just overthinking it now.
Well, yeah, because y'all call me out.
We didn't call you out.
No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for correcting me. Even though I'm probably going to say gay lifestyle again, and y'all have to correct me again.
Well, we know in the heart, but just know that could territorially maybe, you know, if you're around like a barista or something. See, I can say that though, because I live the gay lifestyle.
Honestly, I also live a gay lifestyle. Lucky. Okay, what was I even saying?
Charlie Sheen.
He had sex with men. He was doing drugs. He was having sex with women. He made it very clear that he never sexually assaulted Corey. Remember, it was the Coreys, and one of the Coreys came out and said he was sexually assaulting the other Corey, and the Corey that passed, his mom came out and said like that did not happen. There was no way that could happen. So he addressed that as well. It was actually a really good documentary, and the players in it was really good. Like they got a lot of really good people to be a part.
So this was my question: is what do you think the takeaway was? Like, I'm all better now, or like that was a rough time?
I think it was that was a rough time, and this is what was happening, and this is what you didn't see.
Gotcha.
Wow, because it was like a pop culture phenomenon for a long
winning
for a long time. So, I mean, I was fascinated by it. I also like love documentaries like that. Like I love a celebrity. I love like an autobiography.
Like what's going on behind the curtain.
Yeah, I love all of that. So I recommend that as well. I'm sorry for saying gay lifestyle.
You are really gonna let this keep you up, and don't.
I'm so sorry.
Don't.
I mean,
It's okay. Just go take a long walk.
No, wait, no, I'm not done with this.
Oh, okay.
But that was good. My question is did he address it all? Because apparently when he came out with his HIV diagnosis on like Good Morning America or something all those years ago, he was under fire again because it was like you knowingly gave other people.
He made it very clear that no one has ever gotten HIV from him.
Okay.
There was several people he paid upwards of millions of dollars to people who said, we slept together in this occasion. If you don't pay me, I'm going to out you. But there has not been one person who has said that Charlie Sheen has given them the virus.
Well, because my question is, and because I saw this recently on TikTok, it seems like Netflix lately, and this is just conjecture, has been really big onto doing these documentaries and interviewing the abuser, the assailant, the antagonist. And, for a while there, Charlie was the antagonist in America because of these crazy things, these diagnoses, these things like that. And I just wanted to know your take, like even like with Unknown Number, like it's like we're interviewing the mom like nothing's going on, and then we give her a platform to speak her piece.
Right. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in that lens. It was. I felt like very truthful. People were very like Denise Richards was on, several of his ex-wives, his close friends in childhood, coworkers. I felt like
it's like people he was even talking crazy about back then.
Yeah,
that
correct.
are like, I'm here to set the record.
Exactly. And I think one thing.
Did you swallow a damn Labubu? What is wrong with you?
I'm scared it's gonna go down my throat. One thing that I was not surprised by, but people love him. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people really love and care for him, and he seems like a lot of these people went so far out of their way to protect him and love him through his trauma, like. And even Denise Richards was like, I love him so much. He is such a good person. Mm-hmm. And it was just really sweet to see like childhood friends. They talk a lot about his dad and his brother who really supported him through his addiction and diagnosis and all the things. And it was just, it did show you the more human side of him, but he also is just himself. He is one of those people who is just unapologetically themselves.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw Denise Richards again. Kathy Hilton.
Oh, funny. That was good.
Thank you.
I don't know how to.
Long walk.
I know I don't know how to segue into a murder movie.
Maybe Kathy and Denise can go on a long walk.
Yeah, Kathy and what's her name?
Girl, don't worry about it. Y'all saw The Long Walk. Tell me how it was.
Honestly, we went to that movie the day that the Charlie news broke.
That's why I didn't go.
And Raven was supposed to go. She said, I will have a panic attack. We were, and I'm speaking for Gabe, even though he got a mic, we were sitting there, I think, thinking that when these people get shot, premise of the movie, you go on a long walk, the last person walking wins.
It's given Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. And you think like, they're just going on a walk, but they get killed if they stop walking. We're under the impression that it's going to be like the trailer when they go to shoot somebody, it's like far off in the distance. And the first person who got killed, you see that go right through.
I don't know why y'all thought that.
I don't know either.
To be honest, I thought it was PG-13. It was not PG-13.
No, it was very much R. We saw a kid himself. That was crazy. They were walking, he couldn't stop. He just pulled down his pants and just started diarrhea blasting all over the street.
On the TV. Like,
yeah, I believe it. When y'all said I planned to go. Mm-hmm. But after seeing what I saw in real life, I said, this can't be what God wants for me, so I'm going to stay at home.
I did tell him, I looked over, I was like, this is such a straight white man thing to do. Yeah. You would never catch us gays or girls out here walking 5 days in a row, no stop, 370 miles, themselves. You have to walk, was it 3 miles an hour or faster?
Yeah.
Why? What was the incentive? You win money?
Kind of like the Hunger Games. If you win, you get like a wish and you get money.
One wish.
But everyone else dies.
But my question, too, is did they get picked or they volunteered?
They volunteered.
This is stupid.
So they had to volunteer. So the book that I almost said Steven Spielberg, that Stephen King wrote is based off of, I guess, his research on the Trail of Tears.
Oh, right, you did.
So they made them go and they couldn't stop, kind of thing, or But the parallels, especially after the day that we had in the media that day, shooting people, you see the most graphic nonsense, and then at the end, this kid wins, and everybody is there to cheer him on as they sing "America the Beautiful." I was like, this is crazy.
Spotlight Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert. But I will say the movie is just okay.
Oh, really? I'm glad I didn't waste my good sense.
It was trauma, but it literally is just them walking down the road. I thought it was going to be like you see how it's portrayed on TV, like maybe like they show on TV if like a call to the media.
I know what you mean.
Like we don't show them getting shot; they just go home, but like you never answer for that, or like the story, and it literally was just them walking, and then that one kid diarrhea blasting down the street.
I'm gonna wait for that one to come out on the DVD.
But honestly, if you can't handle the gore, wait for it to come out on like TNT. Where they cut it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say there was one guy in there who looked like Jack Antonoff. He was really cute, and then he like broke his ankle, and you had to watch him walk.
I saw that on the previews.
See, I can't do it.
I can't do that.
I can't do it. Speaking of crazy.
I thought you were going to say Jack Antonoff. What is that man's name?
Jack Cantaloupe. Yeah. No.
Is it Antonoff?
Antonoff.
Okay.
Yeah. So the movie was okay. But speaking of crazy, Big Brother. Girl, so Rachel's gone. Honestly, haven't turned on a live feed since. I'm kind of over it. I already told you who I was, big on.
I'm sleepy.
But Vince, spoiler alert, won
Spoiler alert.
Vince won HOH. It wasn't on because of the Emmys.
I'm so sick of HOH.
I know. Vince won HOH, and then he put up some people that people thought were his allies, and then Zingbot came out, which I know is not. You don't know.
Who is that?
So
it's
this
Star Trek.
No, it's this robot that comes out every season.
Girl, bye.
No. It's this robot that comes out every season, and it reads them to filth. And he's the one I told you about who's having the cheat mance. And apparently he said something to the degree of
I thought he went home.
No, he's not going home.
Oh.
The Zingbot said something to the degree of, he goes, "What loves long hugs, sleeps in your bed, and you talk about all the time? Not your girlfriend, right, Morgan?" And they were like, "Oh my gosh." So then Morgan was like, "Oh, America sees me as like the whore, the other woman." So she's been trying to distance herself. And
now
there's
she got
like
a
this
scarlet letter on her chest. And
this-
she ain't even do nothing.
She didn't even do nothing, but then he also likes this girl, Lauren, in there. He's just crazy. And she's trying to orchestrate Lauren getting put up and going home because she won the veto. Spoiler alert. And so it's crazy. So it's getting kind of good again. I still don't want to watch live feeds. But all in all, I'm going to be honest, I'm ready for it to be over.
Me too.
But we've got like 3 weeks, and this week is a double eviction. So I'm hoping Vince goes home because once you're HOH, you can't be HOH the next week. So you you have
So
to play
you
the
have
game.
to, yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy.
You
But
can't HOH twice.
other than that, Kelly and Lauren were doing witchcraft in the house, and then Ava, I found out apparently she doesn't shave her armpits, which I guess, go for that. But like, she's also annoying. So anyways, Will went home. Unc.
Oh,
Yeah.
may he rest.
Yeah. He went to jury house. He didn't die.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyways, Ashley for the win. Or Keanu. Anyways, go. Go on.
I'm for Belly for the win.
So, in the summer, I turned Pretty Universe. This actually was a really great episode. This past one with her in Paris. I love Belly in Paris. I think it's amazing. So, we actually had a Conrad and Jeremiah reconciliation at their mother's gravesite on the 5-year anniversary of her death. This is opening the door for Conrad and Belly to be together because Jeremiah basically gives Conrad his blessing and says, I don't want to hear about it, but like, don't waste what you have with this girl. Conrad writing Belly wartime letters like he in the damn Cold War. Girl. He been sending her care packages. It's really giving stalker energy. I ain't gonna hold you. Because she really don't seem like she really want to talk to him, but he writing letters back to back and sending her Starburst and stuff, which is fine.
Starburst?
Or Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, the summer I got Stockholm Syndrome.
Seriously. So she has been running around town with Benito, her boyfriend, her little Spanish lover. He's very cute. She's decided to stay in Paris longer. Don't do that. That's nasty. She's decided to stay in Paris longer. She did not go home for the holidays. So yeah, so she's in love with Benito, but not whatever. This could go either way. They've set the stage because it ends with Conrad getting a plane ticket to Paris because he has to go to Brussels for like a work thing. So this could go Belly and Conrad forever and ever after, or we could go with Belly choosing herself.
Or Benito, BB.
She's not picking Benito. It's either gonna be Conrad or herself. If she picked Benito, I'm boycotting.
Okay. Well, it'll be over. So.
I will say that will truly be crazy if she does not choose. Because I feel like for the past 3 seasons, that's what it's like geared you up to is them.
Yeah.
Also, I am going to be a little pissed if like they do end up together and I've waited 3 seasons for them to be together for like half a season.
Like How I Met Your Mother vibes?
Well, there's one episode left.
What if they pull a Twilight and then like she's like, I choose you, and then it like zooms out and she's like at the typewriter or something. And she was like, and that was the summer I turned pretty, and it's just Jenny Han.
I will be annoyed.
Call
but
me Jenny.
I feel like
Jenny, call me.
I'm gonna be annoyed regardless because there's not enough time to see anything. We gonna have an hour and 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. They said it might be longer.
So we've got one episode left.
One episode left.
My God. Okay.
She's getting a haircut. It's about to be New Year's. No, it's about to be her birthday. She getting a haircut. Conrad's coming. Benito, we in love with him. Do you want her to choose Conrad?
I'm just kind of ready
Over it?
for it. Yeah. I will say though, like like the same day she gets the haircut, he's there.
Yeah.
So
Do we think they will choose a song from the life of a showgirl to end this thing, and that's how she'll promo her new single? Because it comes out on Thursdays, right?
It come out on Wednesdays.
Oh, never mind.
I don't hope not. Because
Was there a Taylor Swift song this week?
Yeah, there were several.
Yeah. But watch. Well, okay, so if it's not, what do you think? A golden. It's golden.
They already did that one.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I don't know what they're going to do. I just need it to be over. I'm excited to see, respectfully, I'm excited to see where we end. But we have a lot of storylines to wrap up. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah and old girl, Sebastian, what is her brother's name? Steven gets fired or quits his job.
Spoiler alert.
We have a lot of storylines to wrap up in 42 and a half minutes.
And it'll probably be like 2 hours long.
It's got to be.
But that's why I'm like, you had a whole season. You even extended the amount of episodes, and you're rushing everything to the very last episode.
I hate the push together like season finale where you're like, well, dang.
But see, I don't know how the book ends, but I heard that's how the book is. Like, it's like all condensed in this like one chapter, basically.
Yeah. That's the summer I turned pretty.
That's TSITP.
That's T. Speaking of summer, it is so hot.
It is so
here.
hot in here.
I owe all the money to the jar
Is this
today.
the
You
last-
both have done very
is this the
well.
was that the last topic?
Yes. Speaking of, they have started their press tour. That's the last topic. Wicked for Good, they have started their press tour. Those girls are turning it out. I almost said Lou Rawls. What the hell is wrong with me?
hot.
You know who I'm talking about?
No.
He's going to style her for Ariana.
La Roach.
La Roach.
Who is... The fact that I knew who you were talking about,
Yes, I knew it was an L and an R. We're black aliens.
Yeah, La Roach.
We're hot black aliens.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Wicked people, hello, it's me and Blake. Remember us? We would love to come to the premiere and cover the premiere of
Yes.
For Good.
Ask a couple of questions. I'd love to see Jeff Goldblum.
We don't even have to ask questions. We'll be real still in the bed.
For real.
We'll
Just
do
let
whatever
him
y'all
come
ask us.
take
Y'all
photos.
need to sweep a red carpet sweeper because we can do that too.
Yes, we would love for you to pay for our plane tickets, but we have our own coin now, so we
Yeah.
will be there. And I love New York.
Is it in New York? It's not in LA?
They're doing one in New York, London, and then I think Australia.
I'll do any of those.
Yeah, for real. I love Australia. Hello, Australia.
I love London.
Yes. Okay, well, I think that's all I got. Are you good?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Rewind the Podcast. If you want to listen to other episodes of Rewind the Podcast, you can... It's hot. Sorry, my tongue is sweating. You can listen to other episodes of Rewind the Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you like podcasts. I'm not here to tell you what you like because you are a grown adult and you know what you like. But hey, guess what? If you want to watch the podcast and see our beautiful faces, you can watch us on the YouTubes. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and sign up for alerts because when we get to go see Wicked for Good, the premiere, you're going to want to follow us, and we're going to do that on YouTube. With all that being said, Raven.
Like Blake said, if you listen to us on Apple. Like Blake said, if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave us 5 stars and a review. You can find me on all social media platforms at I am Raven Dawson.
Gabe.
If you're coming to Nashville for a bachelorette, birthday, whatever, go to heybatchnash.com. Use code REWIND for 10% off your first party.
And I am chronically online. You can find me anywhere there's a social media site at Hey Blake Rackley. And with all that being said, we'll see you
Next time.
Ta-ta for now.
Toodaloo.
Turn on the air.
Fall out.
Thanks for listening to Rewind the Podcast.
Rewind the Podcast is a Laurel Street production hosted by Raven Dawson and Blake Rackley.
Rewind the Podcast is recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, and produced by Gabe Bryant.
Our theme song is Famous Nobodies, performed by Rackley.
Written by Blake Rackley and Matt Pingle, and produced by David Spencer.
To contact Rewind the Podcast about sponsorship, business inquiries, or just to say hey, please email at thatrewindpodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.